Zone. Two-Tone Zone.
Yo, what's going on, Tight Nation? You are tuned in to the Two-Tone Zone. I am your host, Mr. Two-Tone. And unfortunately, D Weez couldn't make this episode, so I do have some stars in the building today. I'm going to go ahead and introduce Ian T, who's already been a Two-Tone veteran. He's coming on the show to give his insight and give his analysis of Week 9 and then moving forward to Week 10 against the New Orleans Saints in Nashville. So I'm going to go ahead and bring in Ian real quick. What's going on, man?
What's going on with Mr. Two-Tone? How you Friday night doing?
It's going good so far.
All right.
We're going to go do some bowling here after the show. So
That's what's up.
So far, so good, and hoping to have a good time with the fam. I'm going to get the bumpers out in the lanes because I got the little
Oh,
ones.
yeah, got the little ones. Yeah.
Right. Hopefully,
Definitely.
get some laser tag going, too.
That's what's up.
How was your work week?
Man, work week is good. I'm back actually now going in twice a week, to the office, instead of working full time from home. So that's been a little bit of adjustment, but it's going good, man. But yeah, it's keeping me busy. Job security. So I can't ask for nothing better.
Absolutely, man. Did you have a good time last Sunday at the game?
Oh man, that was like my best Titans experience ever. Like seriously, like just being there, just even like just the camaraderie of fellow Titans fans. It was like Titan Nation was deep. It was it was well represented out there at SoFi Stadium, man. And like I said, I met a couple of guys, that I just talked to online and met some new people. So yeah, it was cool, man. I had a good time.
Right on,
for sure.
You got a chance to connect with Tight Nation, worldwide, nationwide. That's
right.
Really
Yep.
cool experience.
Yep, for sure.
For sure, man, for sure. Well, folks, I do have a very, very special guest in the building. This is his first time to the Two-Tone Zone, but it won't be your guys' first time seeing or hearing him. I have Titan Anderson in the building. TA has been doing this for quite some time. He's a veteran in the YouTube game. He stepped up his content. He's doing everything from basketball. He's covering baseball. So without further ado, I'm gonna go ahead and bring in my guy, Titan Anderson. What's happening, bro?
Oh man, too kind, man. Too kind from Mr. Two-Tone.
Man, hey, I'll tell you what, man. You've showed us love from day one, man. So I definitely got to return the favor, and thank you for everything you've done for our channel, as far as promoting goes, as far as bringing us on your show, giving us an opportunity on your platform to talk that Titans talk, man. So salute to you, my dude.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man. Once we're done with this, man, I'll share it out to my YouTube and Twitter and everything and get it popping.
Much appreciated, man. I need to get my my social media game up. Me and D Weez got to step our game up. We're not very savvy when it comes to this Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, so we got to step our game up in that regard. So, yeah, man. So let's go ahead and talk real quick, guys. Both of you guys were at the game last Sunday. Tell me about your experience, and did you guys see that one of our Tennessee Titans fans get dragged down the stairs at SoFi? Did you guys see that?
Go ahead, Ian. You go first.
Yeah. So no, actually, like I was shocked. I saw the video like Tuesday, and I was shocked because like where I was, like it was all love. Like the Rams fans were cool, other Titans fans were cool. You mean, people cheering and talking a little crap, but it wasn't like anything that like went way left. So I was pretty shocked by that. Like everything I saw was pretty much all love from everyone. So yeah, I was like very shocked when I saw that video.
I was too, man.
Yeah.
I'm just glad it wasn't neither one of y'all. And
no.
Let's tighten up podcast, man. Oh my
God. I'm surprised it wasn't me.
I'm surprised too, man. Like,
yeah, that's TA.
I know TA holds it down. He gonna say in the third person, like TA don't play that. Don't do it. Don't do it.
I'm holding myself back, huh?
Right,
Nah, I actually saw everyone was like standing up looking, and it was exactly from the bottom to the bottom left of us.
Wow.
We were like in the middle, and they were kind of towards the bottom to the left. So the only thing I saw was because it was two Rams against another Ram and a Titan. I don't know exactly the situation, but the Titan guy I didn't see at all. the guy who got drugged down. He looked like he jumped into the thing late. I'm not 100% sure on that, but I did see the Ram guy, the older guy, trying to get up after he was down. I didn't see the fight or anything like that. I didn't even know it was a fight. But I saw him get up and he was just busted open, blood all over his face and stuff like that. So I was able to see that live, but I was just like, man, like it's crazy how people take it to that level. Like, for instance, me, Billy, and my brother-in-law were sitting there, and we had Rams fans in front of us, and we had some Titans people around us too, and then we had Rams fans behind us. Some I call them kids. I'm 31, so they're probably in the like low 20s or whatever, and they were behind us, and every time the Rams did something good, they would cheer. But once Byard picked the ball off, they stopped cheering, and you can hear them. You could hear them in the back of us saying, "Oh, these guys up front are over here. These Titans fans or something like that are all happy because they're winning by a little bit." And I didn't even turn. I just said, "Well, we're going to continue to keep winning. we're not going to lose this game." So I'm just cocky and confident, whatever. But yeah, overall, like I said, I don't know why people take it to that level. Like, if it goes to fighting, like it's okay. Like, if you want to say my Titans are trash, I love it. Go ahead and say it. I'm going to say your Rams are trash, but I'm not going to insult you as a person.
Exactly.
It doesn't need to get that far. Keep it football, and that's what the problem was. Maybe too much drinking. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm sure definitely alcohol was involved. Yeah. The liquid courage.
Yeah, exactly. Definitely a factor in people's decision making, right?
Yep.
Let me ask you guys this. So from where I was sitting, I was live streaming the game on Sunday. I'm watching the game live, and I'm seeing Deontay Foreman back there. Did he not look like Derrick Henry?
Yeah, man. Yeah, he was hit. Yeah, he was looking real good.
Just a little bite-sized version. Right?
Definitely, he's like Mini Harry. That's what I call him, Mini Harry.
Right, man.
Yep.
I'll tell you, he looked really good. Like he really did. And now he's got that number 7. Now looks even better out there. I dig it. I dig the number 7. It looks cool. So we got 7 and 8 back there. You know, they're ready to go. If he didn't slip, I was really curious to see how far that run would have been, because he should have taken that at least however far. But man, he tripped, and I was just like, oh man. But yeah, even last year he looked good. He just, I mean, I'm surprised no one picked him up, gave him a chance. Like, he runs really hard.
He does, man.
I don't know.
He comes up the backfield really fast, but at the same time, he's still a very patient.
He's patient, right?
Yeah.
You know, and I noticed that about him last year, and you know, so I'm not going to talk about last year because we're obviously living in the moment, but it's just something that I've been preaching for a while. Derrick Henry needs help. There's too many carries on that man's workload. So it was good. It was good to see Deontay Foreman back in the Titans jersey. Let's talk about Adrian Peterson real quick. I was watching his press conference today, and he was saying that he left a lot of yards out in the field, missed a lot of opportunities, but granted, he hasn't played football in 10 months. So from your guys' perspective, watching it live, what are your thoughts on Adrian Peterson moving forward?
I just think with AP, and he pretty much alluded to it in this press conference. I think for him, he just needs that repetition. He just needs to, get in the trenches and just do it more often. You know, it'll come, and I think eventually it'll come back to where we'll see that old former AP. Not 2012 AP, but a form to where he can easily, off 20 carries give you 60, 70 yards. So I think that's going to come. But I just think for him, just being a little older and like I said, getting back acclimated into the system and into the game of football, get more reps and stuff, he'll be fine. He'll come back, and definitely you'll see he'll be a difference maker for the team on offense.
Absolutely, and I think at some spurts we're going to see glimpses of 2012 AP.
And then especially considering our schedule that's coming up too, get some of these teams that have maybe not as a grand of a defense and may not have as much tape of him. And I think that's the good thing too about having somebody like a Foreman and an AP on our team now. A lot of teams don't have as much tape on these guys, so they can pretty much come in here and do their thing, and especially against teams with maybe with a lesser defense.
Let me ask you guys this. Tia, I'll go with you first. Once Derrick Henry is back healthy, in his back into his original form, do you think we'll still keep Adrian Peterson on our roster? You still think he'll be active?
I think it depends who does better between Foreman and AP. If Foreman's doing better, then what's the point of holding on to AP? Don't just hold on to him because his name, is AP or whatever. I think because going back to what you said before, AP, he did look, he kind of looked nervous the way he hit the holes and stuff like that. He was running differently. But to be honest, I don't blame him 100%. I feel like when he ran the ball, there was really no room for him to run.
Right.
Foreman had a little bit more room to run than he did, at least from my perspective.
Right.
So I don't know. It's a situation where when Henry comes back, and I'm going to say when, because I truly believe he will be back. Whoever's the better running back, you keep that guy as the backup. And then obviously McNichols is McNichols, so he's staying where he is. But right now, I just Foreman looked a lot better in my opinion. He did.
Yeah.
I think there was something, whether it was contractually or just maybe a gentleman's handshake, to where, because AP does not have a Super Bowl ring. He doesn't have one. So, us being true contenders and true competitors coming out the AFC, I think that somewhere in that contract that that it states that he will be kept around, to potentially add a ring to his accolades and to his career, to solidify a few things, with him. That's just my theory. I'm a conspiracy guy. I always try to read outside the lines and think outside the box, but that's just me. Ian, what about you?
Yeah, I'm kind of more agrees with TA on this. I think more so it just all depends on how well he does by the time the season ends, by the time Henry comes back, just seeing how well he does. But and if he's being productive, I don't see why they don't hold on to him. But at the same time, they might just put him, if Henry comes back, they might put him back on the practice squad. That might be an option too, to where he can still be part of the team and still get a ring if and when the Titans win the Super
Right on,
Bowl.
right
Yeah.
on, man. I respect that. So we one of you just Ian, it was you. You spoke about our schedule moving forward.
Hmm.
So this week we have New Orleans Saints. We have the Texans after that. After that, we're going to New England. Then we have our bye week for Week 13, right? And then we have
Yep.
the Jaguars. We have the Steelers, San Fran on Thursday night.
Yep.
Are you going to that game?
No, it's going to be in
Oh,
Nashville. That game is in
that's
Nashville.
right. You are right.
Yeah.
You are right. That's my fault. Then
Yeah.
we have the Dolphins to start the 2022 year, and then we have the Texans to close out the season. I'm going to go ahead and say that Derrick Henry will be back Week 17 or 18.
I agree. I could definitely see him being ready, being well, not maybe fully healthy, but definitely healthy enough to play by at least by week 17, 18. And I think depending on where we are at that point, if we have like the division sewn up, we have like the number one seed or some or top two seed sewn up. I don't really see him maybe playing, but he will definitely be ready
Right.
for sure.
He'll be. I
Yeah.
think I think he will be suited up, and I think they will give him a few carries just to kind of
Right.
test, test the waters,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
check his temperature real quick. But I also think he wants to get at least 1,000 yards this season, and he's
Yeah.
about
Yeah.
67 yards away from getting
Yep.
that. So I think he'll be back. He's just a freak of nature, so I think his healing
Right.
process is going to be different from
Yeah.
most. And I actually
Yeah.
know a gentleman who was telling me about the same injury that Derrick Henry had. And he had to wear a boot for 2 weeks, 2 months, and he didn't have the surgery.
Okay.
So he had the boot on for 2 weeks, and came back and 2 months. I don't know why I keep saying weeks. 2 months without having the surgery, and his recovery process was slowed down a little bit, but he still came back
Right.
in full health, ready to rock. But he was
Right.
he was telling me that having this screw in there is just gonna speed things up.
Yeah, it expedites the healing process.
Right,
Yeah, because that's the thing. Yep.
right on.
Because
So.
having the surgery expedites it.
hmm I would like to see Derrick Henry get 1,000 yards in the regular season, though.
Yeah, that'd be lovely.
Just so
Definitely.
he can have that, man. And right now, he's still leading the league in rushing. Am I right?
By like 160 yards or something like that. It's crazy.
That's crazy, man. That's nuts. I know he's at home. Just like man.
Yep.
What's scary about that is that he's better in the second half of the season,
hmm
and we have the second half of the season for us was easier.
hmm
Yeah. So we went from the most difficult schedule to now it's like the easiest schedule.
Yeah, it's
Right,
crazy.
right. And we saw that the Ravens lost last night.
Yeah.
So that just made me happy on the inside and outside. But it also just it just solidifies, but it likens our chance to win the AFC, right, and get that potential bye week in
Yep.
the first round. So
Yeah, because
I think
I saw a stat today on Twitter. I don't know if you guys follow Mike Herndon and Mike Miracles, Anyway, he put out a stat saying, I guess according to like New York Times playoff indicator, like now we have like a 70% chance of securing the number one seed if everything falls in line the way it's supposed to. So yeah, our chances are looking pretty good.
I like those numbers there. I like those numbers. Hey, let's jump into Week 10 real quick because that's the task that's at hand. I know you guys heard the news. Ryan Tannehill was out today. He did not practice due to an illness. He's expected to play. What are your thoughts on that, TA? What are your thoughts on Ryan
My
Tannehill?
thoughts are he better not went to Chipotle.
Right. Got that brisket bowl. That brisket
Oh
salad
my
bowl,
God,
whatever.
man. Nah, to be honest, I just knowing who Ryan Tannehill is and how he is as a competitor, a leader. If it's not COVID, he'll be out there. Blood, sweat, tears. Ryan Tannehill, RT17 will be out there, and I'm excited, man. I'll tell you what, man. I love me some Ryan Tannehill. I'm sorry, he is the perfect quarterback for this team. People ask me all the time, is he a top 10 quarterback? And it's all everyone asks that, and I tell people, you know what? In our system, yes, he is.
Yeah.
In our system, top 10 quarterback easily.
Experience is the best teacher, man. He's been through the ups, the downs, the highs, the lows, and it just makes him a better quarterback. So I agree with you. He is a top tier quarterback when it comes to being in our offense and leading that group. I'm 100% with you.
Yeah, he's got to play. If he doesn't have COVID, he's gonna be out there. Yeah.
Right on. What about you, Ian? What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I'm in agreement, man. He reminds me a lot of McNair in regards to far as his durability.
Right.
Regardless, his toughness. Yeah, regardless of what happens out there, he can get hit, banged up, and he's right back up, and he's at it again the next week. So I definitely appreciate that in him. And definitely, man. I think people get caught up in numbers. No, he's not going to throw the ball 40, 50 times and throw it for 350, 400 yards a game. But like TA said, man, he for what we ask and for the system that we have in place, he's the perfect quarterback for it, man. So definitely, man, I'm RT17 all the way.
Right on. I think he's just taking the Derrick Henry day off.
Yeah, it's load management. Yeah, it's load management. Yeah,
and I think it's a great move because I truly believe that hit he took against the Colts took a little more toll on his body than what people really recognize. And I just thought he was off during Sunday's game. He just wasn't the Ryan Tannehill we're used to seeing, right? And so that's just my theory on that. But I do think he'll play as well. So you did see we got rid of Matt Barkley, but we picked up another third string quarterback.
Yeah, I did see that. Yeah.
So with that being said,
Hogan is it?
Kevin Hogan. So
yeah,
he will be the backup if Ryan Tannehill doesn't play, right? So if Logan Woodside gets to start, and that means Kevin Hogan's gonna be the backup. I'm not very thrilled about that, but seeing that Alvin Kamara was ruled out, and it just likens our chance to win that game.
Yep.
He's a big threat on offense, and so fingers crossed. Hopefully it really is just a load management thing, or if it's just a quick bug, or if it's just a day off for him. A day off from the office. So let's talk about these Saints quarterback, their situation. We saw Jameis Winston go down. It was a nasty injury. That happened to him. Who were they playing? Was it
they were playing the Bucks one? I think it was the Bucks.
Yeah, it took a nasty fall, man. Real ugly in that ACL. It was good to see him celebrating with his team after that game. He was hurting all with the crutches, so it shows his toughness. But let's talk about Trevor, Simeon, and Taysom Hill. To have two quarterbacks that you're utilizing, to me, just means you don't have a quarterback at all. And I live in Colorado, so I got a chance to see Simeon play with the Broncos, and he also had some time with the Titans as well.
Right. Yep.
He didn't see the field, but just him being present, being in that system, it shows that he has some type of durability. Who gets the start? Is it going to be Simeon or Taysom Hill?
I think Pate said it's going to be Simeon. I think he said that in his presser today that Simeon's going to get the start, but I think they're going to have a couple packages to where Taysom Hill will have some time behind the center as well. So I'm sure like some Wildcats, some things of that nature. He'll probably be on the field for that.
I mean, low key, he could tote the rock too.
Yeah.
He
Mm-hmm.
completed both of his passes last week. I mean, they were just 2 passes, but they were spot on. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right. Yeah.
And to not be in the game, warmed up, loose, it just to come off the bench and be able to make big plays happen. To execute, it says a lot about Taysom Hill. For some reason, they gave him a lot of money, but they're not utilizing him
Yeah.
in that
Yeah.
regard, which is why I could see them potentially maybe going to him maybe first. I mean, maybe the second half.
Yeah. I'm sure. Definitely
Just
depending on how the game's going. Yeah.
depending on how the game's going, right? No,
Yeah. For sure.
for sure. So let's talk about this real quick. I'm gonna go ahead and just jump over to our wide receiver group. We saw that we got rid of Josh Reynolds. How do you feel about that? I mean, granted, he really hasn't been available, or he's had production for us, but not on a consistent basis. How did you guys feel when you saw that news about Josh Reynolds? I'll go ahead and start with you, TA.
Well, man, after the game, we were down there by the tunnel. Billy got us down there, and we saw him coming up, and I got it on my GoPro, so I'll have to upload it. And my brother-in-law actually, after we basically called him over, he jumped up and gave a handshake, high five type thing to my brother-in-law,
Mm-hmm.
and then we're just like, it's like Josh Reynolds, this and that. But I'll tell you what, man, he looked unhappy.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't look happy to be there.
I agree.
And it's understandable. He left the Rams to
Yeah.
try to be a guy, either a 1 or a 2 on a team, and he wants to play. It's just when you go to a team that like us, we already had AJ Brown, and it looked like he was going to be that second guy. But then when you pick up Julio Jones, Hall of Famer, arguably the best receiver in the last 10 years, you're not going to get a lot of time over him. You're just not going to. And even when Josh Reynolds was on the field, he wasn't doing much. He wasn't showing I deserve to be on this field more than any of these guys.
Right.
So he's going to get his chance. He went to the Lions, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He'll get some opportunities there. But yeah, I just when I saw him, man, he was walking by himself. Nobody was with him, and he just looked unhappy. He just looked unhappy, and I think this is good for him. I wish it would have worked out because he's a good run blocker. Big bodied guy. But in our system or whatever it was, I don't know. It did not work out. So I wish him the best, but it is what it is.
Ian.
Yeah, I agree. I think definitely. I think with him not being fully healthy going to the season, combined with Julio coming on board, I think that was just. And then also when he was hurt, you saw guys like Marcus Johnson and Chester Rogers and Nick Westbrook and Keenan, even Cam Batson before he went down, kind of stepped up in the receiver spot and make some noise. And he was just kind of, on the sideline hurt, or when he like TA said he came in. I think it was against the Jets, so he had some couple of bad penalties that really, pretty much, added to cost us the game. Not saying he was the reason we lost, but he did have some penalties in that game and things of that nature that, they kind of, I guess put in the bad graces of the coaches. But I just think just the nature of the game, man. Sometimes, you shoot the dice and you crap out. I just think that was just a situation with him, man. But yeah, all the best for him in the future with Detroit and whatever he does in the future with any other future team. But I definitely can understand why he wanted to leave for sure.
Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, he's from California. Going from California to Nashville,
Yeah.
it's a big difference. It's night and day. But to me, my observation was that he's soft. There was a lot of times where he's rattled up, had to go out a couple plays. He just seems soft, and also too, I just think he's selfish. If you don't want to be a part of a team who has a high potential of winning the Super Bowl, just because your personal reasons, like you don't feel like you're being utilized the correct way, like why don't you just be a part of the team? Like why would you go to the Detroit Lions just to go catch a couple balls? Their season is already down the drain. There's no opportunity for them, and it just didn't make sense. If that's what you want to do, is catch balls and play. I mean, I could respect that, but to play the game, you play to win. And if you could be a part of something bigger than yourself, why not? So to me, it shows me that he's a very, very selfish individual. I don't know him, but that's just my take on it.
Right
So
on.
I'm glad we got him out of the locker room. If that's the energy,
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
get him out of there.
Yeah. Because we
So,
don't want to keep nobody that don't want to be kept.
right, exactly. No, exactly. So, which leads me into my next topic here, Odell Beckham Jr. I was hoping that we signed Odell. I was really hoping that he would be a Tennessee Titan, even though he does bring that that Hollywood type of feel. That he's also maybe another selfish person in the locker room or whatever. He's definitely an injury case, but considering our wide receiver group is always up in the air. We have AJ Brown, who's been on the injury list since the season started, right? And Julio Jones. There's just like no consistency there, and so I figured he could be a little bit of consistency for us. Would you guys agree, or were you not on board with Odell like potentially coming to the Tennessee Titans? Did you guys think about it? Did you ponder it? I'll start with you, TA.
I just, I mean, I'm okay with anyone coming to the Titans. I support anyone that wears these colors. I'll back, whether didn't like them at first. If they come here, I'll be like, okay, I'll give you a chance. You're a part of the squad now. You know what I mean? But it's just the way that he's such a prima donna. He's always crying about something, always overreacting, or it's just that mentality. The way he is does not fit our locker room. Kevin Byard and Jeffrey Simmons would eat his ass up if he was to act up on our sideline. Kevin Byard ain't playing that. True leader. And Jeffrey Simmons, he's our pit bull, literally. Shout out to Mississippi State, the Bulldog or whatever. But yeah, I don't think he would have fit in. But I'll tell you what, that does sound good on paper, right? Julio Jones, AJ Brown, and Odell Beckham. Oh my God, throw Odell in the slot, or you can move them all around. That'd be pretty crazy.
Yeah. He could do it all, man. He could definitely.
All of them could. AJ Brown and Julio can go any spot. That's what's so cool about it. And but yeah, I didn't see it as a realistic possibility. I just, if it would have happened, I would have been the first person to be like, all right, let's go to work, let's get it. But I just didn't see it happening.
I figured Vrabel would be able to influence him to play our grounded football, the way we approach the game. On and off the field. Mike Vrabel is a phenomenal coach, and he has that ability.
Oh man!
And I feel like, being that he comes from that Patriots tree, right?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like he could have had some type of influence. On Odell.
Yeah.
Start bringing like the guys that are troublesome, bring them into a locker room, and then make them a part of the team. Have them produce at a high level, keep them out of trouble. Keep them healthy. Look out for the player's best interests. And I feel like Mike Vrabel would have been very key in that process if the move would have happened. And what about you?
Yeah, I mean, I was a little indifferent about it. If he would have came, great. If he didn't, I mean, it wouldn't. I wasn't tripping. I'm glad to see that. I'm glad to see that he's going somewhere that he wanted to go. But at the end of the day, I'm just kind of focused on what we got going on with the Titans, man, and accomplishing that goal to get into Super Bowl. But more love to that brother. Hope he find what he looking for in LA. Excuse me. But yeah, I was a little bit more indifferent. One way or the other, I didn't really have a dog in the fight. I didn't really care. I wasn't really fighting for him to come. I wasn't really, like online saying let's get Odell. But I was at the same time like we don't need him because, like you say, the rich can get richer. I'm cool with that too. Right. But yeah, I didn't really have an opinion about it one way or the other. To be quite honest with you.
I got you. Julio right now is questionable for this weekend. Do you think he'll play?
I think he'll play. I think he'll be on the snap count, but he'll play.
I feel like he's always on a snap count. Like
yeah, I know.
To be honest, like he really, even when he's healthy, he doesn't get that as many snaps as AJ or anybody like that. He really doesn't. Yeah. So, but I don't know. I would like him to play. I mean, I really would like it just to give all this flip-flopping for Ryan Tannehill. Like, let him have his two receivers to throw the ball to. And shout out to NWI, because I think he's been playing his ass off this year. He's really good. Like, he's a good, special team. He's a weapon for us, little utility. You know what I'm saying? Like, he can do a lot. And he came up with some big catches, against the Rams. So I was proud of him, man. But Julio needs to be out there.
Yeah, for sure. But throughout the season, NWI has been
hell yeah, he's been showing up, man. But I think Julio needs to be out there. Everyone needs to pick up the slack, and luckily for us, we have such a great defense. And I'll tell you what, I think the defense is gonna eat. Like I really feel like the defense is going, and you got to that Armstead is not playing. Also, the tackle for the Saints, he is out.
Oh,
So
okay.
He's got
the
Oh, yeah.
he's
pressure.
got a knee
Oh,
and a
yeah.
shoulder injury.
I put it on Twitter and I tagged Titans and Preston on this because Preston's the Jersey dude.
Yeah.
I was like, man, I'm getting a custom jersey. It's gonna say front 4 on the back with number 4. And this one dude's like, I'm gonna get that already. Sorry, buddy. I was like, go ahead, dude. I don't care. But yeah, man, our front 4 is gonna eat, man. I think it's gonna be a big day for the defense. There's no way this Saints offense without Kamara, without Winston, nah, man, without Winston also, it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be bad. As long as we score 20 points, we'll win the game.
Absolutely, but I agree with you. So since you pivoted over to defense, let's talk about Janoris Jenkins, former Saint, right? So how effective is he going to be on the field for us physically? Just maybe as far as schematic approaches go. How big of an asset do you think he'll be, or do you think New Orleans changed up some of their verbiage, changed up some of their schemes? Do you think he's going to be beneficial in that regard? You think he's going to step up to the plate and have a big game, or do you feel he's just going to be typical Janoris and maybe make a few bonehead plays and make up for it somewhere down the line? I'll start with you.
Yeah. To be honest, Janoris has been all right the last 2 games. The last two games for sure. He's been okay. He hasn't done anything to shoot himself in the foot. So definitely kudos to that brother on that. But I think Sean Payton is a great coach, and I'm sure some of the verbiage is still the same. But I don't see him being like the Saints whisperer. And just going in and causing havoc on the Saints offense. But I do think he probably he'll be effective. I think, 'cause like I said, he kind of his trajectory is kind of like almost like Malcolm Butler's was. How when Malcolm Butler first got here and was getting burnt and
Wow.
making boneheaded decisions, and progressively as the season went along, he
Yeah.
was a great asset. So I definitely see him. He's not quite Jackrabbit yet, but he's on his way. He's been okay the past 2 games. So hopefully he can keep that going against the Saints, against his former team. So yeah.
Absolutely, man. Let's talk about Cam Jordan. Let's talk about him real quick. How effective is he going to be in the game? Do you feel? These guys are balling, man. Their front 4 is crazy. It's I'm gonna say it's better than our front 4. I'm gonna say that. Would you guys agree or disagree with that?
You talking about on the defensive end, right?
Yeah, on the defensive side for
Yeah.
the New Orleans Saints.
Yeah.
I pivoted big time, but
Gotcha. Yeah.
that was one of my topics I wanted to bring up. So, would you guys agree that their front 4 is better than ours?
No, no.
Nah, man.
I'm a homer on that. No, I know.
Nah, man. I'm. You know what? No way. Not
No.
right now. No way.
Right.
I think they've been playing well. They have been playing well. Aren't they number 1 against the run?
Something. Yeah, they're in the top 5.
I believe
for
it
sure.
was something. Yeah, it was something. I think they were number 1 against the run.
And that's
Yeah.
and that's why I'm going to say that, because we give up some big plays, and these guys we're predicated on the run even without Derrick Henry, right? So with that being said, I just think within that run scheme that they have, they're more effective than we are. Like we have more sacks than they do overall.
Yeah, mhm.
They have 18.
Yep.
We have 23. Is it
23. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but as far as stopping, what we're predicated on, that I just think it's night and day. Just when you talk about it in that regard, when you look into to stats and analytics. I don't ever want to say anybody's better than our Titans. I never want to count our Titans out, but just from my observation and my research, that's just what I'm seeing. Like, so, with or without Derrick Henry, we were still going to be, between a rock and a hard place, like trying to get things going through our run game.
Yeah.
So with that being said, too, I also want to talk about their linebacker play. We all know the situation with their linebacker play. With DeMario Davis, he's leading their team in tackles. He's got 3 sacks. He's balling out, and he's a true leader on that defense.
Yeah, he's a beast.
Right. So
Yeah.
and it's gonna be pivotal for us to to show something but do another on offense. You know, we can't be vanilla. We're gonna have to execute and maybe run a few trick plays, some jet sweeps, reverses, some misdirection type of things. That defense is solid, and they gave up a couple big plays last week against the Falcons, but they definitely showed signs of life as well. But when it mattered, they weren't able to execute. Did you guys see that play where Cordero Patterson on the sideline?
No, I didn't see that one. No.
Yeah, he just blew Buddy up, man, and honestly probably could have scored a touchdown, but
Oh wow.
yeah, but they end up stopping him. They win the game, by kicking a field goal. So they're gonna best believe they're gonna be coming to Nashville trying to win, because as you see, the NFC South is kind of competitive.
Yeah.
It's kind of competitive, and it's good to see things like that, because it definitely puts the Buccaneers in a situation where they got to win.
Yeah. Put them on notice.
Period. Yeah. And my prediction was last year was the Tennessee Titans versus the Bucs, and I'm still going to go with that for this year as well. So something to keep your eye on in the NFC South, because they're not going to just lay down and let the Tennessee Titans beat them. Even without Kamara. And then they're missing somebody on defense as well. They're missing C.J. Gardner-Johnson. He's out with a foot injury, safety. So but if they have that same mentality like we do, next man up, things can change real quick and drastically. So we definitely got to come out and play ball, because Vegas only has us as 2.5-point favorites.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, it dropped.
Yeah.
I can see that going up a little bit, being that Alvin Kamara's out between now and then. But do you agree with Vegas? Do you agree with them saying that we're the over and under is what are we at with the over and under? Sorry, gentlemen.
No, that's okay.
Pull that up real quick. My notes are everywhere. The over and under is 44.5 points. Do you guys bet at all?
Not too much. Yeah.
Do you agree with that though? It's gonna be a low scoring game.
I think it'd be similar to like the Rams, like a 23-16 type of game. Yeah, I don't see it being like a shootout. No. Just considering our offense is still getting acclimated. Then, like you said, they're gonna be out one of their top offensive guys. I definitely don't see it. Yeah, so yeah, I could definitely see it being something around that range.
That's interesting, because it probably will be somewhere around the 44-point mark. I think that they're not gonna. I just think that they're not going to score 20. Honest, I just don't see it happening.
Right. Yeah.
There's no way. Like, we're gonna do what we always do: stop the run, no matter who's your running back, and make you one-dimensional, and then eat you alive. That's what we're gonna do. Get heavy pressure, rushing only 4. Simeon's in trouble, and I have a feeling it could be a fun day for our defense, especially the secondary, if the pass rush can continue to do what they're gonna do. So let's just hope that that works out the way I think it's gonna work out, and if the offense can put up 20 points at least, I think we should be fine. To be honest, I would probably take the under if I had to bet. I just think with what you guys are saying, our offense is still learning without Henry.
Right.
We're still learning. It's baby steps. But the defense right now is just shutting everyone up and saying, you know what, we'll let you catch up. Our offense will catch up. But for now, we'll hold it. We'll hold the fort.
Yep. I agree.
Yeah, I'm definitely with that approach, but offense has got to start the game fast though for us.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Yeah.
Because just like my theory on Derrick Henry, he had way too many carries, and it eventually just caught up to him, wear and tear. Eventually, the more you're on the field, taking hits, being active, the more likelihood you have of getting hurt. And just as far as our defense goes, we got to be able to get out the field, right, and then have our defense control the time our offense control the time of possession. Let's let our guys eat, but let's not rely on them.
Yeah.
Down, complimentary football across the board. It's just defense wins championships, but offense is definitely got to show signs of life, and they got to do it early. I would prefer that we put this game away early, but in any given Sunday. So yeah, with that being said, too, let's go ahead and go with predictions, score predictions. T, I'm not sure if you did this already on one of your shows that you did earlier this week, but do you typically do predictions? Do you want to give one for the two-tone zone?
I mean, if someone I haven't done anything on the Saints yet. I just think that I think the Titans are going to take care of business. I'm going to say Titans 24, Saints 13.
It's funny. I was about to say. I was going to say
It just
the same thing.
sounds
20,
right, man.
yeah,
I don't know.
24-13 Titans.
I like it. I like it.
Yeah, that's what I think it's going to be
one
too.
more time. I'll write that down. Say it one more time.
24 to 13, Tennessee.
13. Yep.
Okay, Titans.
Yeah, that's my prediction too.
I got you.
Yep.
24-13. That'd be crazy if both y'all got this right.
Yep. I was literally about to say that after you, TA. No lie.
I'm gonna go ahead and say 31-10 Titans.
Oh wow.
I like yours better. Like I like that a lot better, man. Go out there and beat them by 3 touchdowns. I dig it.
Yeah, I mean, I think the Saints are going to show signs of life on offense early and also on defense, but eventually we're just going to end up taking control of the game.
Yeah, taking control. Yep.
Right. So
Yeah.
you know, it might not be till the second half where we really pull away like that, but I strongly feel that it's a dub for us. As far as records go for the remainder of the season, early on in the year I said we'd probably finish 13-4 or 12-5 at the very least. What about you guys?
Yeah, I think to be honest, I said 12-5, but now just seeing how this team is playing and how they're gelling, like this late going to midway to the season, I would say the ceiling is probably 14-3, and I think the floor is probably 12-5. So between 14-3 and 12-5. Yeah.
Yeah. I think you're right, Ian, on that one, to be honest. But I originally chose I was at 14-3, but I before the season started, I said I kind of humbled myself and said 13-4. Like, I knew we had a really, really strong team, at least on paper at the time, and I think 13-4 just sounded like it was good, and right now we're on pace to at least reach that. But again, we have to still go out there and play. These guys are paid professionals.
That's right.
Look what happened. We could have. I guarantee you, if not both of those receivers Julio and AJ that missed the Jets game, I guarantee you at least one of them could have played. I guarantee you, but we overlooked them. Right. We overlooked them thinking, oh, we're just gonna beat against the Jets, this and that.
Yep.
If that was a playoff game or the Super Bowl, they both would have played. I guarantee it.
Right. Yep.
And I feel like we truly overlooked the Jets. Truly overlooked them. And to be honest, even we should have won without them. Mm-hmm. What were we 3 for 3 or 4 for 4 in the red zone with having to kick field goals instead of getting touchdowns? That's unacceptable. That's unacceptable. Yeah.
We had like 90 plays total in that game, and we still lost.
Yeah, it was terrible, man.
Plays, as opposed to our 90.
So technically, I hate. We have 2 losses. I understand, but our only real true loss should have been against the Cardinals, and that was at the beginning of the season when we're still trying to figure stuff out.
And the Cardinals are 8-1.
Danico Autry was just coming in. The coordinators are now full time. Like everybody wasn't even gelled yet, and now we're just a beast right now. We are a beast, and we're a problem. So, hey, maybe we'll get our revenge in the Cardinals in the Super Bowl.
Yep.
We have a different brand of football. And,
oh yeah.
And listening to Adrian Peterson in his presser today, he said I'm in a scheme where I've never been in before in my career. This is all new to me as far as how this offense runs, and even defensively. We may all think it's all vanilla and there's schemes and stuff like that, but no, it's really not. We have a brand of football that we're trying to sell to the world, right? And we're predicated on our brand.
Yeah.
So, I agree with you guys. We should have won the game against the Cardinals, but like that's the only game we deserve to lose, as opposed to them and the Jets, right?
Yeah. Definitely.
We just really weren't ready in the beginning. So at the end of the day, man, it's all hindsight, and I'm glad it happened to us early.
Yeah.
Moving forward, it's just that experience is just our best teacher, right?
Yeah.
So, I'm absolutely excited about the remainder of the season.
So excited, man. I haven't been this. Oh my goodness.
I was at the gas station today, and this dude was looking at my Titans hat. People always want to say something. Oh, go Titans, or say some weirdo stuff like that. And he was like, "Oh, how'd you feel about Derrick Henry?" And I was like, man, we're good. He'll be back. And I just walked off. Like, I don't want to have that conversation with you to bring any negativity to our group. Let's talk about this real quick. Let me get two keys to success from offense and defense from each of you. How we're going to win this game. I'll go ahead and start with Ian on this one.
I think on offense, two keys. I think we kind of mentioned it earlier. The offense has to come out clicking. Like they got to come out from the gate clicking. Whenever that first drive, they got to click. Yes, get some first downs. Let's drive. Let's drive down the field, man. And, hopefully get us a touchdown, but definitely come out, a little bit more with the cylinders. Everything's clicking on all cylinders. And I think the second thing too is I think this game is going to be predicated on our receivers, especially considering that New Orleans has one of the top rushing defenses in the league. It's going to predicate on guys like AJ and Nick Westbrook-Akina, even like Swain and Ferguson to kind of step up and do their thing. And Ryan Tannehill also go through his progressions, and also the offensive line hold up their part so where Ryan Tannehill can properly go through his progressions, read his progressions on that side of the ball. So definitely, I think those the two things is coming out hot, and also just being sure that our receivers, tight ends, and our receivers catch the balls and make forward progress.
Right. So AJ, no drop balls for AJ. Right?
No drop balls for AJ. He needs to stick them. So put the stickums on.
Right.
Man, people don't realize those two balls that he dropped were third downs.
Yep.
They were big drives.
But he let Jalen get in his head too. I could tell Jalen got in his head Sunday night.
Yeah, man. It seemed like after that little argument, man, he just lost it. Yeah.
He lost it. Yep. Yeah.
Agree. So that's two for offense. What about defense, Ian?
Defense. I think on defense, stay nasty and stay nastier. That's it. That's it, man. Just keep doing what you've been doing, man. They've been like, especially that front four, just been just in the trenches, just being nasty with it and just out there doing that thing. I just think just keep doing that. And I also think, I will say also, I think on defense that get in Simeon's head, man. Keep smashing, like smash him, like get in his face, rattle him. And I think once you see that happens, the momentum will change for the Saints, and it'll go in our favor. So I think at that front four, just keep doing what they're doing, and also being in his face, in Simeon's face, because I mean he's not a scrambler. I'm sure he's not going to be able to make quick decisions when Archery and Simmons or Landry, Dupree is in all in his grill. So definitely keep being in his face and just get him off track.
Cool. I like that, man. I'm in agreement with you. TA, man, go ahead and spit that knowledge, bro. What's going on? What do you feel?
Well, I think two things offensively that needs to be done is, for one, Ryan Tannehill needs to stop trying to force balls into certain situations. Like that interception Sunday night when he tried to fit it in there, it was a terrible throw.
That was terrible.
It was a terrible throw. Him just trying to fit it into a spot. Don't beat ourselves. Don't force that. It's okay to throw it away or check it down or do whatever you got to do. But don't let turnovers give the team the Saints in this case a shorter field. You don't want that. You got to remember, it's okay to punt. We have the best punter in the world. It's okay.
Yep.
So Tannehill needs to just keep cool. Keep cool. Don't try to be Superman. Just be yourself. Be Tanner Wheels, and we'll be okay. And then the second one is we got for offense. We gotta run the ball. We gotta win the time of possession. Let's just keep their offense off the field. Keep our defense fresh. And that'll go straight to what Ian said. Our offense keeping the defense fresh will make our defense nasty, just nasty, fresh, and that just goes straight into what I was trying to say with the front four. Man, the front four is going to do their thing. Allow them to do their thing with the 4-man rush, and then also with the secondary, like what we've been doing is beat us underneath. You're not you're not going over the top. You're not going to go over the top and beat us. You're not going to get those 80-yard touchdowns. That's not happening against Tennessee anymore. If you've noticed that. Those big plays ain't happening. When people do score, they got to do 15-play drives. And then usually we make them kick field goals.
Yep.
So if all these things happen, I think we'll be okay. Just win the time of possession, win the turnover battle, and don't beat ourselves. And it should be an easy dub.
Right.
Yep.
I like what you said about us continuing to run the football.
Yep.
Even though Derrick Henry's out and they have this stellar rush defense, against the run, we still got to go out there and try to pound the ball. However we could do that. Whether that's giving AP the majority of carries or Deontay Foreman. They're going to be huge for us, and they're going to need to step up big for us. We need to at least have 100 yards rushing on the
Yep, I agree. I agree.
on Sunday. We got to make that happen.
Yep.
Because that's just going to open up the pass game. So I'll agree with you. We need to make sure we're running the football, but also too, Tannehill, make sure you spread the love. Continue to get other guys involved. We need some Marcus Johnson. We need a little bit more Chester Rogers. Continue targeting NWI. But our playmakers are AJ and Julio, so they need to make some plays for us on offense. Just to make sure that their defense is honest, right? As far as defense goes, if it ain't broke, don't fix. You don't need to fix it. So, but it's gonna be huge for us to not to get caught up in, everybody jocking our defense. You know what I mean? Us starting to show how dominant we really are. We can't let that dictate, our effort. Just to think it's in the
Right.
and happen. We got to go out there and still continue to make it happen. Don't get, the honeymoon phase. After we're doing so well where we just think things are just gonna click. You got to definitely still put that work in. And I feel like our secondary is gonna come up big for us. I feel like Janoris Jenkins is gonna get a pick, and I feel like Elijah Molden is gonna be big for us too. But that being said, I really like Elijah Molden and the way he approaches the game, how knowledgeable he is, how hungry he is for that knowledge, and how in depth he is with that playbook. So with that being said, I'll go ahead and end it real quick on. This is the moment where we like to say, we like to reach a little bit. So if you had to give like a bold statement or something like that, what would you say? As far as the Titans go, like just something that's astronomical or something that's not very likely to happen, but it has potential to happen. T, I'll start with you.
Just what you want me to say? One thing?
Yeah, just one thing. Like if you had to say like. AP goes for 200 yards or something like that.
Oh, okay.
Something like, like a reaching moment. But,
the defense will cause 5 turnovers. 5. 3 interceptions, 2 sack fumbles.
Okay, I like that. I like that a lot, actually.
Is this for the game or just for in general in the season?
For the game.
For this game.
Okay, for the game. Yeah, I'm going to say, to be honest, I can see Jack Rabbit getting his first INT for the year.
Pick 6 or just the INT?
INT. I don't see a pick 6, but I can definitely see INT.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna reach and say AP goes for 110.
That'd be cool. I dig it.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, that'd be dope.
On his own. But yeah, man, I'm excited for this game. I'm going to be looking at the injury reports and might be going live for the game on Sunday. It just depends. I want D Weez to be a part of it, so we'll see if his schedule is able to coordinate something in that regard. But TA, man, tell the people what you'll be doing after this show with Ian and I. What you're going to be doing.
Well, after this, I'm going to be watching the Warriors game, live streaming that, see how that goes. I'm thinking about doing the monthly. The 1 month for all the Warrior games for that month. It's like $18 or something. I want to really start calling a lot more Warriors games. I just have so much passion for that, so I'm going to do that. And then I also need to get my Saints talk out there. I don't know what I'm going to do it, man. Maybe Saturday or something. I don't know, man. But yeah, one of these days, man. One of these days, we got to get. Hopefully, D Weez is all right. I don't know the situation. Maybe just busy.
Good. He's good, man. He's adding more to his plate. He's extending his knowledge in the sports realm. He's going to be teaching a group of freshman girls basketball. So that's what he's doing.
Oh, nice.
He's coaching,
that's what. So there you go.
Oh, nice.
Everything's good, man. So D Weez is my bro. That's my guy, man. So
yeah, he's cool.
However I can hold him down. Thank you guys for coming on to the show.
Yeah, man. Anytime. I love it.
You guys are clutch, man. Especially the last minute notice. Ian is always ready to go, man. I respect him so
Yeah,
much.
man, I love it, man. I love you being on, talking Titans.
Hey man,
I
I'll tell you
bleed
what.
it, man.
I'll tell you what though. Next time, man, we'll figure it out. I'll get Mr. Two Tone, Ian, and D Weez, man. You guys all come on my show, man. We'll have a fatal 4-way match. Let's get it going.
Yes, sir.
No,
Let's do it.
absolutely. And TA, man, I know you're a busy dude, man. So the fact that you made time for the Two Tone Zone, means a lot to me. So whatever you need, from channel to channel, man, we're here for you, bro. We're rocking with TA, man.
Yeah, I appreciate that, man. You guys always say such kind things, man. I appreciate that, and it goes both ways. Like I tell people before, loyalty is big to me.
Yeah.
I'm the type of person if you treat me like shit, I'm sorry, I don't know if I'm allowed to cuss. If you treat me bad, I'm not gonna be the nicest person. You know what I'm saying? But I'll be your best friend if you stay loyal to me. And I've always lived by that. You know what I'm saying? I respect loyalty. I respect real people.
Right.
And I'll tell you what, man, Mr. Two Tone, as long as I've known you and D Weez and Ian now, man, it's good to meet you. It's just crazy. It's crazy how this team can bring so many different people from so many different places on this planet together. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy, man. So I had a blast, man. I love talking. I could talk Titans all day, bro. It's
Right.
I love it, man. So
Me
we're gonna
too,
have to
yeah.
we're gonna have to run something back. Maybe after the Saints game. Who do we got after the Saints? Is it the Texans?
It's the Texans.
Yeah, we got the Texans.
Yeah. Let's do that then for the Texans game preview. We'll get Two Tone Zone and Ian. You guys come on my channel and we'll do the preview on my channel.
Right, man.
That's cool.
Just
Yeah.
give me the link in the day and time, man.
Yeah.
We'll figure it out, man. No rush.
That's
We
cool.
still got some time.
Right on, man. Right on. One more thing I wanted to say before we leave. Y'all know the drill. It's Titan Gang or Don't Bang. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe to the Two Tone Zone. And make sure you go subscribe to Titan Anderson Sports. He does it all, man. Football, basketball. Very knowledgeable cat, very passionate. ENT, man, I'm waiting for you to go ahead and start your own thing, man. So
Yeah, man. I might have some in the works. I'll keep you guys posted.
yeah, man. Let us know what we can
Yeah,
do
I might have some in the works for sure.
to help solidify that. But yeah, folks, it's been a pleasure. Until next time, we'll see you.
Peace.
Welcome to the Two Tone Zone.